Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back here on the bridge, and today, yes, we got some things to go over from Star Trek Online, X feed, and just things Star Trek, so on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. Help this video, but also to help the overall channel out. Of course, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing here to the YouTube bridge, where we're always on the lookout for like-minded captains to share our love, passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now that said, here we go. Yes, captains, as I mentioned, there is a lot to go over, so ECs are going to be dropped. But before that, happy Star Trek Day. The drop of this video, of course, is the day after, but the recording of this is the day of. So we're going to say happy Star Trek Day, because this time, like just 59 years ago, I believe, September 8th is when Star Trek TOS aired, and since then a lot of Star Trek has happened, and where we are now, I think this is a very good time to be a Star Trek fan, and of course hopefully invite new Star Trek fans. But with that said, we're just going to go over the latest and the things that I want to cover, and then at the end give our conclusion. So first up here from the X feed. So Command has authorized new intel. Many of your questions have finally been answered, and the first part of our Q&A themed around our newest mini episode, Heart of the Matter, and related content has arrived. Take a look. Now, of course, we go to this blog here. We will not cover this here on this video as it'll be too long, so I will actually just link this, of course, in the description below, as I will do with everything that we cover here. So this is for you caps to go ahead and read at your leisure. Now, there's also a part 2, which is right here. So the second transmission has finally reached us. Here's part 2 of our Q&A themed around the Heart of the Matter mini episode and related content. Our creative director and senior narrative designer and some surprise guests are happy to give you additional insights as well as hints for the future content, so take a look now. So I'm not gonna lie, I have not read this yet. I plan on, but as you can see here, just like the first one, there's a lot to go through here, but I think it's a great read, and of course there's a hint to future stuff, and hopefully we can pick on it. If not, well, we'll just have to wait and see. So there is that. So we'll just backtrack here to the next. So the Klingon Empire is recruiting on PC. We're going to fight for a glorious future and earn account-wide rewards while leveling up your new Klingon recruit. So we go here. So the Klingon Empire wants you. So this actually started already. So it started on Star Trek Day, September 8th, but it goes up until the 29th there as well. And additionally, there's also a sale in the Zen store for Klingon items for 25% off. That only goes though from September 8th to the 13th. So take advantage of caps if you want to. Of course, for newer caps, this event definitely is something that we recommend you do. And we've gone over it numerous times from before, but a couple things here to go over. One is you do get a free ship for your new KDF recruit, and the important things with this ship, it comes with a very good trait and a very meta trait, and that is the, where'd it go here? It should be, where's the traits? Withering, there you go, Withering Barrage trait. Now that, of course, extends cannon scatter volley, and essentially you have that up a lot. And like I said, it is a very meta trait, and you can get it for free if you get the ship. Now, the other thing we want to go over quickly as a Klingon recruit, all you have to do is the tutorial mission to its end. Now, in that mission, you will receive a transponder of some sort, and that will give you the means to become a KDF recruit. And all with that, there's also assignments to do. Now, we have done a video on that. I'll try to link it below if I remember. But regardless, if you're new, creating this KDF character is highly recommended, as I said, for just those two things. And even a third reason. So the personal endeavor system. Now, there is a perk or the KDF, if you do and complete X amount of Pendever points on your KDF recruit, you get a, I believe it's like a 10% boost in gaining Pendever experience. So personal Endeavor experience, or just Endeavor experience altogether. So that also is what it says right here, Endeavor perk experience bonus, not just for the group, but also accounts. So very, very good recruit, especially for newer captains. So there's that. And again, that runs from the 8th, which is on at the drop of this video, and goes up to the 29th. So there is that. And then we'll move on to this here. So 10 forward. So as a drop of this video, it'll be today, is starting a new special edition for Content Creator Spotlight. So join us on the 9th of September at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Unfortunately, we'll be at work. But when Sana invites Mara and Endeavor Gaming to the stream to show off their ship builds for our newest starships. So I'm thinking the newest starships that they're mentioning is the ones that had just recently dropped, which is the Voss Stronghold, of course, and the Trafalgar. I believe that is what it is. So now they have linked here, and of course I'll link this in the description below, to Mara's and Endeavor Gaming's YouTube channel, but also you can see here that there is the Twitch channel for Deca Games Live. So personally, we have reached out to Counselor Sana, and we've had no response yet, but we all know that she's busy. And I had offered not even to do this, but actually I'd like to interview Counselor Sana, to be honest with you, and just get to know her more, because I think she's doing a great job, in my opinion, with the 10 forwards. And I love how she structures and she keeps things going when it comes to the stream. So if it happens, great. If not, well, we'll keep going, and hopefully in the future we can somewhat contribute to the growth of Star Trek Online, because again, this is the game that we do love, and of course that we cover mostly here on the channel. So there is that. We already covered that. Next up here, the BREEN Yod-Thot Dreadnought Carrier, as seen in Star Trek Discovery, and packed with the mightiest of the BREEN weapons, arrives on Xbox and PlayStation. So this is going to be on the console bridge, and it's already on the console bridge. So here is the blog. Now, we've already covered that in this video here that we did about a month ago. So we will link that also in the description below. Kind of my short and sweet EC on this. It looks like a crab claw. Definitely looks like a crab claw to me every time I see it. But the thing on this ship, it has the FAW extender crate, which is called the BREEN's Free Fire. It extends, of course, fire at will. Now, I don't like it that they have locked that specific trait to a lockbox ship, but I will say, if you want this ship, you can get it for free with time investment, but it will be for the 2026 event campaign. So keep that in mind. Again, I think now more than ever in Star Trek Online, they've given us the opportunity to get any ship that we want. We have to kind of be patient, but we can get any ship that we want. So I personally have a list of ships that I do want to get. This definitely is on the list, at least top 10, could be top 3, because again, I do like that FAW extender trait, but it's not really essential for the way that I play. I would just like to have it. The ship itself, I'll probably fly it once, that's about it. But again, for my console caps, it is now on the bridge there for you. So there is that. And lastly, here on the X feed, here you go. So happy Star Trek Day, Captains, as we celebrate the birthday of Star Trek. The Starfleet Museum returns in-game for 2 weeks. Take a ride through history and earn a special title. So we head over here to the blog. I've always loved this picture. Or this wallpaper, whatever you want to call it. I've always loved it because it shows all the hero ships. The original Connie, of course, you got the Defiant, the Galaxy, Intrepid, the Sovereign, the NX, the KT Connie, Discovery, the Strange New Worlds / Discovery even Connie itself, and of course the Odyssey. Love love this, and probably most likely will be the thumbnail. But this Star Trek museum goes from the 8th and it goes until the 22nd and is on all platforms, so both the console and PC bridge. So it says here, on September 8th, 1966, the world first met a group of people and a ship that would change our lives forever. Pitched as a wagon, a train into the stars, and brought to TV by the force of the Lucille Ball's will, Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek hit tiny television screens around the world and immediately captured hearts and minds. Through 3 seasons and decades in syndication, the original series started a movement that still lasts today. And half a century later, we live in a time where there's more new Star Trek than ever before, and we're looking forward to celebrating the franchise's birthday with the rest of our Star Trek family. So again, there you go. So in visiting these ships, you do get a special title. Here, hailing all 10 ships will grant you a special title, Historical Documents Expert. So now we're going to go quickly to the store bridge here. And of course, well, there you go. Captains, look what ship we're on. We are on my second favorite Star Trek ship, which is the second ship I saw growing up. Of course, it is the Connie refit. But what I want to show you, we'll enter the Sol system. We're going to hear this for the next 2 weeks. I'll just let it play out. When it loads in. Decides to load in. Come on, let's go. It never loaded this long before. Of course, we can do it while we're recording, but there you go.
Citizens of the Federation and her allies, it is my honor to introduce the official Starfleet ships of the Line Museum. This undertaking, made possible by the help of so many of you, is to educate the galaxy at large about the history of some of the greatest ships to serve in Starfleet, and allow you to look at full-size replicas of the ships, lovingly recreated and restored. Please, take your time and peruse this look back at our history. I know that I, myself, have already spent several days staring in wonder at these pieces of the past, preserved and revived for this day. After one standard Earth Day, the exhibit will move to several museums and galleries around the galaxy, but it will be visible once a year above Earth Space Dock and Deep Space Nine on this most important date.
Of course, that is a message from the president in Star Trek Online. Okay. It says day, but it says week here, but sure. But we're not going to go through all the hailing, but we're just wanting to show this off here again. It is going to be on ESD and DS9, as the president said. But starting from here, we're going to go right to left, I guess. So you can see there, the original Connie is there. And all you got to do is, it says here, view the USS Enterprise every time you fly by the ships there. It'll have that for you to click on. So let's just click on this, the original one.
Space, the final frontier.
So a little bit of a audio clip from the captains, and it's of course history there. Of course, we're not going to go through that here, but just something quickly. But again, you have the Enterprise, original Enterprise there. My personal favorite ship, the Enterprise D. Yeah, the Defiant there. Yeah, Voyager. Or is another Enterprise, the E. The KT Connie, which I learned to love. The NX. Discovery. And you have the Strange New Worlds Enterprise. The now canonized Enterprise F. I love how they included the Stargazer. That felt so random, to be honest with you. And of course, it ends up here with a Cerritos. So, a great selection of ships. Won't take you long. Because like I said, you just have to fly by them and hit the prompt. You'll hear a little voice clip. And then you have some history there to leave. So I just thought I'd show that off. The Star Trek Museum here that they're doing for Star Trek Day. which they do every year. They have been for the last couple of years. So there is that. We're going to now head back, or get off the Stourbridge, back on to the latest here. Now, that is all from the X feed. Now, I wanted to go over some of the things that we came across during the day while we were kind of just looking on the internets. The first thing that we saw here, which was, well, actually, no, we were told this, sorry, I stand corrected. So this is the thing. This is the thing. Star Trek Scouts, this came out of nowhere. So this is a trailer for this, and I believe this is already on. And as you can see, it's from Nick Jr., the Nickelodeon channel there for kids, and it's a new series. So it's a 50-second trailer. So let's watch it. Let's watch it here.
All right, Scouts, it's asteroid blasting time.
Your mission is to discover, grow, and boldly go.
Activate the asteroid deflector wheel.
On it like a comet, JR. Oof, that didn't work. Reacher mode, reach! Whoa! Awesome! It's a Targ from planet Kronos. 10 seconds to impact!
No time to waste then.
Holy cow!
You can ask your parents to subscribe.
So, out of nowhere, I did not know this was coming in. Shout out to Antar for sharing this with us. I thought it was hilarious. So, just a couple things. Of course, you have, I guess, the 3 officers there. I guess that'd be the commanding officer. But this was interesting. They have a Vulcan that has, and probably another human there, but it has a bionic arm. And it's showing a little emotion. So, it's probably another half Earthling, half Vulcan. There's a Targ. Now, the other interesting thing is this is not on a ship. They showed here on a pad. They were shooting things from the ground. So it looks like they're not going to be in space. They're going to be grounded, and they're going to be protecting the planet that they're on. Whether that be Earth or another alien planet, we don't know yet. But there you go. This is a thing that is happening. And to add to, I guess, Star Trek Day, they decided to announce this. So that'd be interesting. We're probably not going to watch it, but we'll see what they come out, or what comes out of this. But that's very interesting. Now, the thing that we found on our internet's feed is this. This is kind of exciting. So this is from trekmovie.com. Check this out, Cap. Star Trek is officially coming to Lego. Watch announcement teaser. So this is awesome. This is, so we're just gonna go straight to the actual teaser here, which is on Star Trek's YouTube channel. But again, of course, we'll link everything in the description below for you captains to kind of go over. But we'll play this very quickly. So a super short trailer, but Caps, are you kidding me? The way that they're gonna start this off is a Picard Lego character. Let's go. I'm all in. I'm in. Whether I'll be buying the sets or not, that's another thing, but we'll have to see what they come up with. Now, I went to Google and typed in Star Trek Lego. Bunch of stuff have come out. Now, I believe that there are other companies making Star Trek sets, but look at some of the sets that have come out. Now, I do remember buying a set off of Toys R Us, like very mini sets, but man, the potential here is absolutely amazing. Especially as of late, they have been doing really good when it comes to making these. Now, it being official, well, it's gonna probably be like the Star Wars Lego sets that I've seen over the years, which they've improved vastly. So I'm really looking forward to how they, one, they Lego-wise the Enterprise D, and what they'll actually even do with everything else. So, will we collect some of these things? Maybe. If not the big sets, maybe the little sets. You know, I think that'd be pretty cool to just kind of put on my work office desk, just to kind of have a look at it and whoosh it a little bit here and fire some phasers here and there. But man, this is exciting. And again, for this to be announced on Star Trek Day, just as the blog said, it is an awesome time to be a Star Trek fan, definitely. And to see where it's come from to now, it is absolutely wonderful. And I plan on covering Stowe until the very last day that they turn off the warp core. Will always be covering Star Trek, because Star Trek is the thing that I love, or things that I grew up with. And I know that has also been the case with some of you captains. But what I love about it most is that that's what's brought us together here on the bridge. And ever since I created my YouTube channel here, I have met a lot of captains over the years, and all of you, each and every one of you captains, has always made my days better, especially when I have been having like a bad day. Star Trek has brought us together and has given us a place to kind of just hang out and chill here on the bridge, where we can just geek out, nerd out with things that are Star Trek. So that's going to be the video. I'm going to stop ranting. I can't believe we're getting Star Trek official Lego stuff, so we're going to see how that goes and maybe cover it as more news comes out. New series, Star Trek Scouts, what? And of course, all of the latest that we had gone over this video. So do us a huge favor, captains, hit that like button, comment below, let us know what you think of the Star Trek Lego. I want to know your thoughts. And if you're going to be collecting Star Trek Lego and or anything else that we've covered, I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, if you're new here, consider subscribing to the YouTube bridge, and we'll leave it on this note. Captains, happy Star Trek Day.
Live long and prosper.